Hello and welcome. This is Dirnan playing Minecraft on the Hippocraft server. Today I'm taking a little break from my city and decided to come to the spawn area to build the super smelter that I've been gathering resources for a while now. I've got a lot of packed ice, so that was the main thing that was holding me back. And I'm gonna go ahead and I think I've picked out a spot underneath the sumo wrestling arena that's up in the sky here, and I will head over there and show you where I think I'm gonna put it, and then I will start building it. And I'm following Iskala85's video tutorial, and so I'll link that in the description below. He does a really good job of describing how to build it, and so I'm not going to go through all that stuff. I will bring you back when we have certain stuff built, and then I'm going to change his design slightly. The main thing is you stand here, you put in what you want to smelt into here, and then I'm going to have it so it pops up right where you're standing. The design that he has is you put in the items and then you go down below and the items just come rocketing towards you. I'm going to get a system of hoppers to collect all that stuff and then pump it up to you up through the ground using the item elevator item glitch where it goes through solid blocks if there's 9 whole blocks and you put it into the middle one. But I'll explain it once we get there. But here is the big old sumo wrestling arena up in the sky, and I think there's enough room. I need to dig out a trench pretty much for this thing, and then I will see about maybe filling it back in. So all you really see is a chest here with a sign that says input for smelter. Or maybe I'll raise it up a little bit so you can see it at work, but I like the idea of it being hidden. Maybe, maybe I will have it so you can see. So you walk up a platform and you're a couple blocks high, and you see it kind of just disappear into the mountain of sand. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that, and I'll get a bunch of it set up, and I'll bring it back. This is what I've updated it to. There will be some stairs or somehow to get up to here that you can place the items you want smelted into here. There'll eventually be hopper minecarts that are on an angle here that will then take it along powered rails, and there will be hoppers that go into these furnaces that will then get that stuff smelted, and it will all come down here. I've got hoppers coming out of all these furnaces, and they're 7 long, and then it goes into an 8th hopper that then points into a dropper, and the dropper will be dropping it down onto the ice waterway that will run all the way down from over here. So it is 64 furnaces long, and so I've used a whole stack of hoppers to get all of those items out, and I need to do another stack of hoppers to get items into it, and another whole stack of hoppers to get fuel into it. The fuel will be automatically provided by bamboo. Bamboo is not super effective at burning stuff, but in 1.14.4 it is possible to pretty much auto-generate bamboo very quickly and have that just sort of automatically come into here. A little wrinkle that I ran into as I dug down was that this whole area that now has blocks on it as I crouch leads into a ravine, which I should have noticed was right here. And well, I guess I wouldn't have noticed. I took out the sand, and then once the blocks updated, like that one that you saw, the dust falling, once you update something around there, if you put a torch or whatever, the sand is just going to fall. There's nothing underneath the sand. It shouldn't be like that. But once you update blocks around it, it's just going to fall. And that is what happened here. But I do need to be careful because a lot of these blocks are just one block deep. So if I were to mine it, I would fall. Alright, next stage is getting those hoppers installed. 2 whole stacks of them. So it is a good thing that I have an iron farm back at my base and have already prepared a bunch of hoppers. So let's grab these. I've moved along to the next step. Got the hoppers in, and then have created a redstone clock on each of these. So anytime an item comes in to the dropper, it should signal this to go, which powers this, which powers this, which should drop whatever into it down into what will be the ice channel, which will be this. I haven't put it in yet because that way I can actually get from side to side from down here. So it was important to have all of these with their clocks. And yeah, so let's move on to the next step. Next stage was indeed putting in water streams. So I put in the packed ice below, and then just ahead of each dropper I put down stone pressure plates. And that is mainly so that when a water source is placed directly below that, it'll flow only one direction instead of trying to merge and push the stuff back the other way. So the theory is when this furnace here finishes smelting what it has, it will push down into this hopper, which then pushes along to this hopper, goes to this dropper. Redstone gets fired, this dropper fires its thing down into the water stream. Ice underneath, water pushes stuff really quick. So then it should just come flying past these stone pressure plates, which shouldn't stop it. It should just keep flying down, eventually getting to the very end here, where I'm going to put something so that it can fire up into kind of where you're standing. Or maybe just into a chest that's down here. I'm not really sure. On to the next step. Getting prepared for the fuel system delivery. I've put some ice down, and I also put lava here so that as the fuel comes shooting down here and into the hoppers to fill all them up, there'll be a redstone thing that'll turn off the fuel making system once this hopper is full, but a few more are going to come sailing along, and we don't want just entities sitting in the world, so they'll just burn up in the lava instead of sitting here. There's ice on both sides, goes the whole length, and yeah, let's keep moving on with this smelter. Next little bit of redstone setup is the blocking mechanism. So all the rails are in. The hopper minecarts will go up. They'll be right below the chest, and they'll pull out of the chest as they can. These fences will block them coming back down until it's full enough or it detects that it has stuff, and then hopefully these timings will allow for these to open and send the minecart on down. I'm going to have to do some testing of that because I don't know if it worked on a single player. I'm not sure if the server, being as it is, will allow this to work. I might have to extend these out a little bit more so that it will get a full stack of items into the minecart, so that as it goes down, it drops off 32 and it bounces and comes back and does 32 more, and then it'll pick up 64 more. 32 plus 32 is 64. That's how many furnaces we have. So that's my hope anyway. Alright, so I need to do some testing now. And the next section is getting redstone set up so that while this hopper is empty, this line will be blank, and then as it's coming along, we'll follow it and see as it gets louder here. It runs over to a nice little clock here. That is very loud. And in there you can see bamboo is being produced with the 0 tick pushing dirt so that it updates, and then you can see all that bamboo flying out there. And that is going in that water channel as we get a little bit quieter. The water channel that's here for the fuel for the system. We crouch, we can kind of see it rounding the corner over there. It is slowly filling up all of the hoppers, and eventually in a few minutes all of these hoppers will be filled. This last one will be filled and the system will turn off because this will be powered, which will turn off the redstone torch, which is at the very end. And then we'll know that all of the furnaces are ready to go with fuel, and we can try testing this thing out to see if it works. Sorry for the loud noise again, but here is just an example of how quickly this fuel hopper is getting filled up with bamboo. And then it'll move on to the next one. I need to back up so I don't accidentally collect it. But that next one will start getting filled up, and we'll fill up the furnace that it's attached to, and then it will start backing up. And so it's about maybe a third of the way done, and it's only been a few minutes. So this first time through, it's going to take a little while because all these furnaces and all these hoppers need to get filled up. But when this normally gets run, I mean, you put in however many stacks you want, and then it'll send it out, and bamboo will be needed again, but it won't be as much bamboo, is the hope anyway. So I'm going to wait here and get all this stuff filled up, and I'll bring it back. I believe it's been 10 minutes, and we're already down to the last few hoppers. I did notice while I was waiting for all this that it comes in so fast. Maybe you can hear some of these things are hitting the lava, like they're going right past all of the hoppers, even though these aren't all full. But, I mean, just in the short time I've been talking, oh, here we go. Last one's about to be filled up. I just want to show you as this one gets completely full, this line will turn on, and hopefully that'll do it. And then we can test that there aren't random rogue things stuck in the hoppers or in the furnaces. I thought that I checked everything, but one quick test of throwing 2 stacks of sand to make 2 stacks of glass, because of all the digging out I've had to do. I have enough of that. Here we go, we're coming up on this thing being completely full. So we'll switch to looking over here and seeing this line turn on. It turns on, and then a little while later, bamboo should stop coming in. This is all full. The furnace behind it is full of bamboo. This one's turned on. And so is this one. Okay, so let's take this thing out. And let's throw in 2 stacks of sand. To this chest. Oops, that's my pick. There's another thing. Okay. And I messed up. that's okay. They'll come back up, pick it up, and we can already hear the glass is coming in. Okay, there's a whole stack already of glass. And there's 2 stacks of glass. I can already hear bamboo filling stuff back in, and the lines are already telling it to stop. So that is how quick this furnace array is. You put the stuff in, by the time you get down there, pretty much it is ready to go. And by the time you collect everything, the furnaces are filled back in with fuel. Next task is going to be filling a lot of this back in. Can't put sand right on the redstone, but you can put sandstone a level up and then just fill it in with sand as needed to make this look more like a hill. I think I'll bring it out to these redstone blocks. You see some of the redstone and some of the furnaces, but mostly you don't see what's going on back there. And then on the other side of the wall, I'll need to fill in a few of the pillars and things around where the sorry, distracted by a husk that's deciding to attack me. Fill in around the bamboo generator part. So that'll be what I do when I bring you back. I have created sort of an outline of a building that stands around the super smelter and labeled it and put up some signs. Items go in the chest and then they come out down below. And put a glass ceiling. I added some holes just to add sort of a why there's, you know, sand all over the place. It was a building here that's just been run down and overrun by the desert here. Even the wall that's around this sort of starter area isn't able to hold back everything. So there we go. This is a super smelter that's up and running for the community to use. If you're on the server and have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, this has been Dirnan playing Minecraft.